welcome back to my channel. So like obviously like those kind of like sit down and chat with you guys videos are not what I typically do, but I'm really excited about this one because I feel like a lot of you guys might find it really helpful and it might really improve your sewing skills. So as you probably read in the title of the video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips and tricks for like how to pattern your own clothes and also how to adjust the patterns that you guys obviously see in my videos. So I made a cute little list and I'm going to just share it with you guys. So especially on my channel, not all of my videos are perfect for beginner sewers. Obviously, I don't think you're going to like start your first sewing project making like the strawberry dress or like this gown and stuff. But there are some tutorials on my channel that I do recommend for like if you're first starting out sewing that are on the easier side. So those ones would be like my tiered ruffle skirt, my shirt crop top tutorial. My pleated skirt one is also a good tutorial because it teaches you how to do all those straight lines and also how to add in a zipper and a button. And also my midi skirt tutorial is a really easy one. So those are what I would kind of recommend for if you're beginning, and those ones would also be pretty easy to adjust to your own size. So sizing with my videos is what I get a lot of comments about. People are always like, how do I adjust this to fit my specific size, or what do you recommend? That's often the hardest part for you guys to kind of adjust it to your own because I just make them for my size because I obviously started sewing for myself, but there are some easier ways to kind of get them to adjust to yourself. So my very first tip is to make a muslin version first. And this tip can work when you're making your own patterns or if you're following my own. And what muslin is it's a really thin, cheap fabric that a lot of designers use to make a drafted version first, or if you're not totally sure how you want something to fit, this is a good way to not waste your actual fabric. So what I'm holding here is not actually muslin. I don't have any right now because I don't often use it. But you can also just use like a really cheap cotton that you would get from like the quilting section of any fabric store. And so basically if you were following my tutorial, you can make it out of a muslin fabric first, and you can kind of pin it and baste it all together and sew up this garment. Make sure you like the way that it fits on you, and if you need to make any adjustments, it's a little bit easier to make a muslin version first, cut it out, sew it all together, and then try it on. And then deconstruct that and use that to cut it out of your actual fabric. And so this is so you don't make any mistakes where you accidentally cut it out of your nice fabric and you made a huge mistake or it doesn't fit quite right. This can save you a lot of money and be a really great learning experience because making a muslin version will obviously help you to make an actual version. And the muslin you get in stores is usually just a white cotton fabric and you can get it for like $1 a yard or something. So it's a really great and affordable option for you to start making your own clothes. And my next sewing tip is to do the math. And I know a lot of people dislike math, and I'm sorry, sewing is a lot of math. I can literally like stare at my fabric for hours, mapping it all out of my head and writing out all my measurements and everything I need to add and the seam allowance and dividing everything literally for hours to like map it onto my fabric. So a lot of the times it is just kind of staring at your fabric and figuring out how to make a bodice so that all of the pieces when they're put together fit your measurements perfectly. I totally recommend writing down all of your measurements on a little like stick figure so you can always add things up and make sure it fits you properly. And if you're drafting your own patterns, it is super handy to have all your measurements on hand because you can always just look at it and remember how big you need to make something instead of constantly having to like measure yourself on the spot. All of your measurements are right here. And this can be as detailed or loose as you need it. Some people just need to work with their bust, their waist, and their hip measurement, which is kind of where I'm at now, but I actually drew this one a very long time ago, so I really went detailed with every single measurement. So while I was pattern making, I could get them as accurate as I needed them to be. And so that's why the muslin is also super helpful. You can try to make your own measurements and then make it out of the muslin and adjust it. Or if you're using like my tutorials, you can make it out of the muslin, see where it doesn't fit quite right, and you can figure out where you can add in an extra inch or two into certain places of the fabric. And something else that is super important when you're trying to map out your measurements is to always take into account your seam allowance, because I honestly forget to do this sometimes, and it's just like the worst feelings. You're just like an inch short or something. So the traditional seam allowance length that you'll get in patterns and stuff is always 5/8 of an inch. And it's kind of an odd number, I know, but it's just like the universal one. Sometimes you'll go down to 3/8 of an inch, but 5/8 is typically what is used. However, because I make my own patterns, I don't really follow that. My general rule is 1/2 inch for seam allowance. That's just a lot easier to me because I know that I just need to add 1 extra inch to whatever I'm making so that I have enough seam allowance for both sides. So if I'm making a bodice, for instance, and I know from here to here is 6 inches, I know that if I just add 7 inches, it'll fit me perfectly because it'll have 1/2 inch on either side for seam allowance. And so when you're measuring and mapping everything out, if you just add 1 inch in every direction, you'll have enough for your seam allowance. And with an inch thick seam allowance in mind, it's really easy to just look at my patterns and add all the measurements together that are going to be next to each other, minus 1 inch on each piece, and see if that's something that would fit you in your waist or your bust, and see where you can adjust that. And this brings me up to my next tip, which is always make things bigger than you need them. I am very guilty of this where I'm like, okay, I know my measurements, I think it's all perfect, I'm going to cut it out, and you know, like you're praying that it works out right. and then it's a little bit short and you're like, if I had just added 1 more inch, it would have fit me perfectly. And that's honestly just like the worst feeling in the world. So I have been teaching myself to just make everything bigger than I need it. Even if I think it's going to fit me perfectly, add an extra inch, add an extra 2 inches if you're really not sure. In the long run, this will save you a lot of fabric because instead of having to cut out that 1 piece or that extra inch, you could just take off one of those inches while you're sewing it. And if you make everything bigger to start off with, once you sew it, you could try it on inside out and pin down every single seam until it fits you just right to get that perfect fit. And honestly, that is one of the best ways to start sewing, is to just make something really big, and even if it's just a complete blob of a shape, you can put it on you and pin it until it fits exactly how you want it, and then sew those exactly the way it is. And I think that is literally just the easiest way to start sewing. And of course, you could also do that if you have a mannequin. You could put it on it and pin it from there. But a lot of people don't have that luxury, especially when they're first starting out, and it's honestly not necessary, which is something I didn't really realize until I was already pretty good at pattern making, because honestly, you can just kind of adjust things on yourselves. You just have to make them big and then adjust it as you go. And if you cut something big and you're really not sure if it's going to fit you right, assemble the whole bodice basted, try it on, see if it fits right, and then sew everything regularly with a straight stitch. And sometimes I get questions on what basting stitches are, and that is just the longest stitch on your machine possible. And these super long stitches are not permanent stitches. They're something that is super easy to take out if you make mistakes. So it's really great if you're not sure how this is going to work out, so you just want to build your whole bodice first and then go back and finish it all up. Because how you undo basting stitches is you leave long tail threads, you never backstitch, and then you can just pull on one thread and the whole stitches will just come right out. So if you're really ever unsure of how something is going to work on my patterns or on your own, just baste it first, guys. I baste things all the time, especially if I'm like doing a really thick skirt and I'm scared I'm going to catch something else or it's not going to quite sit right. Just baste it, because it is just so much easier to take out those stitches than the really tiny ones with your seam ripper, and it'll save you a lot of time in the long run. And remember, guys, when you're sewing, your seam ripper is your best friend. It'll save your butt so many times. So my next little trick is to disassemble or trace your own clothes. If you have something that already fits you really nicely, you can just make another one super easily. So for instance, if you have a pair of shorts that fit you really nicely, it's super simple to just turn them inside out and then just trace each piece individually. And sometimes they overlap and stuff, and you kind of just have to move it along as you go. But this technique is super easy to make duplicates of your already existing clothes, or use them to make them into other patterns. So for instance, if there is a pattern that I have made that you really want to make, but you don't think it'll fit your exact measurements, you can literally just take a piece that looks similar to it and use this as a guide to cut out your own pieces. So for instance, if I was making, let's say, like an overall that you wanted to make yourself, and you weren't totally sure of like how to get your own short measurements, just take a pair of shorts that you like and measure out each part where one seam starts and the other one ends, and use those measurements to make it fit you exactly. Same thing can go for a skirt. If I made like a dress or something, for instance, and you guys just were really unsure how to get the bottom portion of it, just take a skirt that looks similar to you, turn it inside out, and then just use this to trace it to make it to your own size. And messing around with clothes that you already have is also a great way to just get comfortable with the shape of patterns. So I feel like just understanding like the basic shapes of patterns, like the way that they fit together to actually fit on your 3D4, is a really crucial skill for making your own patterns. And that's honestly the way I started out, because I was taking pattern classes when I was about like 10 to 14-ish. And like for instance, a pants pattern, I would have never come up with that shape on my own, but I got very comfortable like seeing it and understanding the way that it worked to fit on us, that I was able to kind of draft my own and adjust that after I had cut it out on me to get it to fit my own measurements. I just understand the shapes now, where I can recognize them and I can go, that is a pants piece, that is a princess seam, and I can just cut out those basic pieces and make them fit on myself just by pinning and adjusting as I go. And if you've never really looked at patterns before or understood how they work or took a class on them, you can just disassemble clothes that you're not using anymore or don't want, and you can look at those pattern pieces and kind of understand the way that they fit all together. And then if you like the fit of that particular garment, you can always just keep those pieces after you've disassembled them and use those as your kind of basic pattern pieces to go from, to adjust them to make your own designs. And another way to kind of get comfortable with the way that those pattern pieces are supposed to look is by draping on a mannequin or on yourself. And that's another way I got kind of good at adjusting my own patterns, is because I was constantly draping on my mannequin and tracing it directly on it and cutting those pieces out and kind of just looking at them and understanding the way that they were going to fit together. And a lot of people are really intimidated by draping, but I do think it is probably one of the easiest ways to start making your own clothes, especially if you are able to get an adjustable mannequin that you can make it fit exactly to your size. That's kind of what I started out doing, and I was constantly draping and I didn't really understand how to like sit down and pattern make, but those skills later translated into the way that I sew now, which is obviously just by tracing my own patterns, cutting them out, and sewing them together to fit me. But even that is a skill I have been working on for literally the last 6 years, holy crap, oh my gosh. Yeah, I have been learning to pattern make and graph for the past 6 years and I still make mistakes, and that's just part of the process. And really don't let that discourage you. Sewing is a lot of trial and error. It takes a very long time to kind of get those natural skills. And the 6 years is literally just me pattern making. I have been sewing probably since I was like 5 years old. So these are not skills that I've picked up overnight. I have really worked hard to teach myself these skills, but I really do think it's possible for all of you guys to teach yourselves how to pattern make. It's all just trial and error and patience and practice. And I know it sounds cheesy and annoying, but that's just the truth. And so I hope you guys found this video useful, and I just really hope that this kind of inspired you guys to try making your own clothes or following my tutorials, or just get you sewing, or help you improve your skills if you've already been sewing for a long time. And I think sewing is just such an important and great skill, and I'm really happy that it's been kind of coming back into style and a lot of people have been making their own clothes again, and I hope this video helps you guys do the same. I will see you guys all next week. Bye!